to my channel. Today we are working on programming challenge 5, and this programming challenge is to create a JavaFX GUI that will show the distance traveled. And the description says we have to show 3 buttons. The first button will show the distance when the car travels for 5 hours. The second is for 8 hours, and the third would be for 12 hours. So let's create the program. The name is distance traveled, so we'll extend application here. Implement the method. We will give the application title, which is distance traveled, and lastly here we will say stage show. The first thing would be to create a label, speed label. Say speed, text field T1. After that, we will create a grid pane, GB, set min size 400 by 200, set the padding, new inset 10, 10, 10, 10, GB set h gap for the horizontal gap, and for the vertical gap we'll give 5. We'll also set the alignment to the position top center. So after that, we have to add these 2 components to the grid. We'll add the speed label 0, 0. We will also add the text field 1, 0. We also need to create a button. We will call it calculate. And the button, we will set a size. It will be 200 pixels wide and 30 pixels high. Then we will add the button to the grid. It will be 1, 0. No, 1, 1. After that, we will create a scene. GB. And then we will add the scene to the stage. GB. After that, we will create a main method and we will launch the application. And we will check if the components are appearing. There is some issue. Okay, here is the problem. Oh, not GB. Scene. This should work now. So you can see everything is appearing right. So we have to add the event listener to the button. Say calc set on action. Say try exception The first thing we have to do is to get the whatever the user enters in this text field. We say double speed, have to parse it, parse t1 get the text. Then we have to calculate the three scenarios that they gave us, 5 hour, 8 hour, and 12 hour when the car travels that time. So we'll say 5, we would say speed times 5, 8, speed times 8, double 12, speed times 12. Then we will create another grid pane to hold the buttons for us. So this grid pane will have a gap of a vertical gap of 5 and an horizontal gap of 5. So we'll create 3 buttons here. So say 5, it will take value of 5. So we'll just copy this and we will paste it. 8. And lastly here 12. Then we have to add these buttons to this grid pane. And but before we do that, I forgot. Before we do that, we have to set the size of these buttons. Set preferred size. You say 200 wide and 30 pixels high, and you'll essentially do all of them, give all of them the same size. After that, we will add the buttons to the grid pane. Button 1, it will set 0, 0. Button 2, it will set 0, 1. Grid pane add. Button 3, it will set 0, 2. Then we have to add this grid pane to the other grid pane. So we'll say gb add grid pane 1, 3. So let's run the program and see if everything is working right. Let's say the car is traveling 100 miles per hour. As you can see, here are the 3 buttons for 5 hour, 8 hour, and lastly 12 hours. So we completed when the car is traveling 5 hours, it has gone 500 miles distance. When it is traveling 100 miles per hour for 8 hours, it has traveled 800 miles. And when the car is traveling 100 miles for 12 hours, it has traveled 1,200 uh, miles distance. So I think we completed the assignment from the book. Thank you for watching, and if you find this helpful, please subscribe. If you have any questions, comment please, and give this video a like if you find it useful. Thank you, and I'll see you next time.